yeah, my personal life is a good one. That's sort of contributing to it. And I personally have, I think I might have talked about this before, but not too in depth. I have trouble with feeling sad. I don't have as much trouble feeling angry. Of course, I am very good at embracing joy, but sadness is the one sort of emotion that I always feel ashamed about. And I think half of it is because of that classic, what do I have to be sad about kind of thing. Or like, how dare I get sad over such small problems? But really, I think that's selling myself short. I think that's not allowing myself to really feel everything, because if I'm feeling it, it's valid. If I'm feeling it, I need to give myself space for that. And so, I'm not much of a crier. I don't have too much of an instinct to cry. I just never have. It's not as though that was sort of like taught to me, but I think that, like, I don't know. I don't cry very often, but lately I've just felt very blue. Very blue. Very blue, and I think that encompasses a multitude of factors, and I think the biggest one is just, loneliness. And my kind of mental block around, like, just reaching out to my friends and doing things, you know. So I just want to kind of be here with all of you and hopefully try to affect some change in that, and hopefully get around whatever this is in my head that like makes me feel like I don't deserve to talk to my friends, and thus perpetuates the loneliness. So I just want you to know that if you're lonely, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling lonely, I know what you're feeling. I know what you're feeling. I absolutely can relate. It's trapping. It's trapping. And I think maybe that this is a part of ADHD that I'm not familiar with, because I so often try to think of it in terms of how it affects my life and how I can guide that positively. And I try to shove down the ways that it negatively impacts my life, but this loneliness thing, I think, is really one of the greatest impacts that it has on me. And I think that goes hand in hand with anxiety. at the either height of social interaction or in the busy parts of our days. So those people are out there. I am one of them. I am one of them, and I do a great job of trying to cover it up by being generally fairly outgoing in social settings. And I also want you to try to not think of that, you being great when you're out in public with other people around, and not thinking like, why can't I be that way all the time? Because we all go through something. We're all feeling something, and it can be like this dissonance between, well, I'm fine when I'm out. Why can't I feel that way when I'm in my own spaces? And the other thing is that when you recognize that there are other people out there who are going through the same things, it's like, oh shit, like, yeah, this happens. It does. And I guess maybe a case in point, but I was thinking of going out tonight, and for whatever reason I got scared of it, and I decided to read, and then I decided to film, because I felt guilty for not allowing myself to go out. And I think that oftentimes behind my loneliness, I am hampering myself. I fear rejection, so I actively avoid situations where I can be made to feel rejected, if you know what I mean. And it's that self-sabotage sometimes that feels like, well, there is something wrong with me. I shouldn't feel this way. I shouldn't feel this way. I'm holding myself back. And I hope that if you have the same inner monologue, that I can at least show you that I know what you're feeling. I know what you're feeling. I know what you're feeling. I know what you're messy, I'm going to tell you about it. If I have a great time, I'm going to tell you about it. If it's like literally anything happens, I will tell you all about it. And here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. If you are in the same boat with all of the feelings as I have described, this sort of loneliness, this constructed kind of loneliness as well, not that I'm saying that it's constructed, but like you get where I'm going with it, that sort of self-perpetuating loneliness where you feel trapped by it. In the comments, and this is not me engagement farming, I promise. I mean, technically YouTube will like it, but you know, I want you all to tell me about something that you've done. I want you all to tell me something that you do to make yourself feel less lonely. I want you to tell me something that you do to make new friends. Because Lord knows I need to reach out to my old friends. Absolutely. But I would also like to build more bridges. The more the merrier. I want you all to also participate in this, because I'm hoping it can be healthy for me and for all of you to be able to see that we're making strides, that we're actively trying to take a hold of this and make it awesome for ourselves. Try to turn around that loneliness, because as far apart as we all are, as separated by this screen as we all are, I do have a care for all of you, and I'm not trying to be like weird in that parasocial way, but I have grown to really want to pour into all of you as much as you all pour into me. Like, I don't think you all realize how wonderful it feels to see that there are people out there who are invested in how I'm doing, and I see the comments that are like, I hope you're feeling better. Hey, how are you? Like, how are you doing? Like, oh my God, I can't wait for Tuesday or something like that. It's so sweet and cute, and I'm hoping that if there's someone else out there who grapples with this loneliness, that grapples with this